Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the Minecraft LP series. This is episode 140. My name is Hocus Pocus, as you may already know, based on my channel name, and of course some of you are return viewers, so you'd have already heard me say that at least 140 times now that this intro is over. So today's video is being started over here at the Guardian farm. You can see it over in the distance. Remember, recently we built this nice tunnel that leads down into the farm so that we can have easy access from this island here to get inside. And during a stream over the weekend, I actually went ahead and constructed a station. So it was weird, okay? I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story right now. So I was laying in bed on Sunday morning, just after I woken up, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? We need a station, and it needs to go above ground. It needs to be a 3D build like this. And it needs to sit on the island and make things look good. And then in my head, I thought about this very weird tiered flat roofing system. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't think this is going to work. I really don't think this is going to work. It's probably going to be too clunky, maybe too flat. How am I going to link the insides to make sure there are no gaps? How is it all going to come together? And actually, after testing it out and going through a few different ideas, we came up with this. And it's very much what I imagined. And it turned out great, in my opinion. So let's get more of an aerial view so that you guys can check it out for yourselves and form an opinion. So you can see it's kind of like a tiered roof. Looks kind of modern, right? It's kind of like one of those beach houses that you see in Miami or California, something like that. Or Miami and Malibu maybe would be a better comparison to cities rather than a city and a state. But there you go. This is how it looks. We've got some columns that stick out through the roof with a slab on top as well, just for a bit of extra design. And then here at the back, things end at roughly, I think, 2.5 blocks. And inside, of course, we've got a very, very good boy, and he is protecting the station. Just because we don't have a door, we decided in the stream that there would be no need for a door. It looks better without one. We also have a chest inside, and as you can probably tell from the item frame, it contains carts, just in case this one happens to go missing, or like during the stream, if a chicken comes in and rides the cart instead of you, then you can just grab one out of this box, place it back in, and you're good to go. So I think I want to start today's episode by naming this guy, and I've got something in mind. So personally, I think that this good boy deserves the name Fit for a Good Boy. And he is the protector of the Guardian farm, so in a certain way, he is a guardian, right? So if not by nature, by name, the good boy looking after the station here is a guardian. And for that reason, we're going to give him the name Guardian. So it's a little bit of a pun, which he doesn't deserve. But at the same time, I think it's kind of funny. So we're going to stick with it. Anyway, today, what we are going to do is probably spend a little bit more time on this island. Because although we've got the station built, this island is a bit raggedy. You know, a bit raggedy. It doesn't really appeal to the eye very much. So I think we might try and spend some time today terraforming and making things look a bit better. I've brought with me some sandstone, some regular stone, cobblestone, and andesite to do the job. So I'm not sure what out of those blocks we'll need and what out of those blocks we won't need. But I just kind of want to make things look a little bit nicer around here. So I'm going to be doing what I can do, trying to look at some maybe tutorials or inspiration online. And we'll just see what we come up with. And there's a chicken in the station. He might have came from down there. Okay guys, I've been traveling far and wide for materials. That included a stop at Oasis for some sand and also the materials that I used over there to build the custom trees because we are going to build some similar ones over on this island. I think they look quite cool. They're almost palm tree-esque, or that's the kind of style I was going for. And I want this island to look similar to how you see those islands in the movies, you know, the islands where perhaps a character has been washed away from a boat or something like that and they are stuck on a desolate island. It's very small, sandy, it contains palm trees. You know probably what I'm trying to get at here, and I kind of want to go with that theme. So what we're going to do first of all is a bit of tidy up work. So the trees have to go. We're going to replace all of the grass with sand because, as I say, on those desolate islands, majority of the time, everything is sandy, right? There isn't random blobs of grass or anything like that, and generally there are no animals as well, so perhaps we'll get rid of the animals. I'm still not sure. They will be a bit of a nuisance to build around. I know that for a fact. So it might even come to a point where we get so annoyed with them that we will end up killing them, but we'll see. I'll try to keep them alive as long as possible. We probably also want to get rid of any dirt that we can see down here as well. Up to a certain extent, that is. We don't have to go crazy with this. Just enough to make things look good, so I'm not too concerned about all of this, right? But For the island and anything around 2 or 3 blocks below water, I do want to make sure that we're replacing it with sand, just so that looks can come together and we can create the theme that I was talking about. So I'm going to continue onwards here with a bit of redecoration and, you know, just replacement and all that good stuff. And then I'll bring you guys back in once we get down to some of the juicy stuff. So far, so good, guys. So far, so good. Every single block on the island has been replaced as if it were spawned in as sand. So the island has remained the same, and I really won't make too many changes to it. The only changes I want to make are sometimes when you have sharp corners like this, I like to maybe pull out a block and just tame it a little bit, you know, so that we haven't got too many squares and that type of thing. I think that looks a lot better. We kind of want the gradient from the top to the bottom to be a bit more sloped if we can help it, so we don't really want too high edges, if you know what I mean. So we don't want to have anything like this, where a block sticks up above the water. I kind of like having the edges of the island actually level with the water, like so. Okay, so now that we've established that, I want to go ahead and figure out where we're going to put some of the trees. So the biggest one on the island, I think I'll go ahead and pop right up here in the center of this part at the top, so that we've got a huge tree, nice bang in the middle. We'll have another one down here maybe, so we'll have one right there as well. So we've got 1, 2. I'm thinking maybe a smaller one down here at the edge of the island. So if we take a block away there and have it right here. And then I think probably one more out the way over here. So, ooh, I actually want to place it where the chests are. So I want to actually curve this a little bit as well. We'll go ahead and take a few blocks away there. So I want to actually place this tree where the edge of the chest is. So I'm probably going to do this one off camera so that I can remove all of the items and transfer them back across. But we will have one right here as well. So underneath this block there. And then from that point, we'll grow the trees up, of course, add the leaves in, add the rest of the trunks. And then I want to bring in some sandstone maybe just to, you know, do a bit of terraforming, as I said, make this island look a little bit less Minecrafty and a bit more realistic, because, you know, that's the aim of the game with terraforming. So the serenity of the island, I think, is coming together. I don't know what you guys think, but I quite like the aesthetic so far. And you know what? We got very lucky, because you may have noticed all of the other animals besides the turtle, they vanished, okay? They all ran away. I promise. They all ran away. Don't take any notice of this in my inventory. It doesn't mean anything. They all just ran away. They didn't like living here anymore. It was too hot for them, this desert island, so they left. And now we're left with 2 turtles. And I think these guys will fit the aesthetic of the island perfectly. So towards the end of the episode, I'm going to think about looking into how you can get these guys to lay eggs, because then they should come back here and live on this island, which I think would be nice and sweet. They're very cute, aren't they, the turtles? Good addition to the game, and I'm yet to do anything with them, so that is something that I do want to do. Anyway, I'm going to bring you guys back in so that we can build this final tree together. And I just have to quickly apologize. I know that it's slightly lazy to reuse this custom tree design, but I just figured that, you know, we're kind of going for the same thing here that we are in Oasis. We're kind of going for the, you know, the hot climate. We're not going for a temperate or cold climate. We're going for a hot climate look. So palm trees fit that perfectly. And I really like the design and how it turned out in Oasis with the kind of, you know, the bent arching look that we've gone for, which, you know, palm trees in real life, they do tend to look that way. They do tend to arch and bend over. So I'm really liking the way that these trees look. So we need to come in here and pop some more leaves in. But yeah, as I say, it's kind of lazy on my part, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm sure you guys will agree with me when you say that these trees look very good and fit the theme perfectly. So we are going to continue using them. And I'm not going to have to go through the pain and torture of coming up with another custom tree design, which it took me quite a while last time, you guys know. It did take me quite a while. This isn't my greatest strength right now, the custom tree thing. So, you know, it's something that if I can avoid, I will attempt to avoid it. And I think we're almost done here. We just got 2 more to expand out. And then we should be done with this tree. And we can move on to whatever comes next. But as I was saying, we do need to get a bit of sandstone in here. We need to alter the island slightly with the shovel. So I'm going to be doing a bit of digging first. And then we'll be using some of the sandstone to... Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. We'll be using some of the sandstone to just give this island a bit more texture, give it a tiered feel, because then we can use some of the slabs and stairs, and just make sure that, you know, it looks good on the approach. So we're going to be approaching from this side, and we want the island to look good whilst we fly in. Okay guys, so I slightly reshaped the island, as you might be able to tell with the shovel, so it wasn't too much work. I haven't done any of the actual terraforming yet using the sandstone. I've just reshaped it, and I think it looks good, especially from over there. I was trying to give you guys a look as if we were flying in from the base. So what we'll do next is we just want to add some sandstone slabs in and such to give the island a bit more of a tiered feel. So I'm not sure whether I want to use these guys or whether I want to use the smooth ones. We'll see. Shall I use the smooth or the regular? I think I quite like the smooth ones actually. Hold up. Let me pop a smooth one in. Yeah, I think I like the smooth ones more than the cut ones, so we won't bother with those. We can convert that back to smooth sandstone, I believe, or regular sandstone. Let me just double check. Oh no, we can't. Okay, that's unfortunate. Anyway, we've got 29 here that we can convert to the smooth. We might be using some full blocks as well, so it's best to get them cut up right now. And as I was saying, we just want to give this island a bit more of a tiered feel. So in places like this, we might just add a few slabs around the edges, you know, just to make it look like it slopes down a bit more than it actually does. So right here, we'll maybe get one in, right here. And we don't need to use too many. Too many might ruin it, you know what they say, you know? Too many chefs spoil the broth, or whatever they say. I don't really think that applies to the situation, but that is a saying. That I'm correct, I think. And we can just keep adding them in, as I say. Usually in the corners is a good place, so... You know, you see here where the sand connects. It usually looks quite good to have one in the corner. So I'm going to be using the corners for a lot of these. Like there. There might be a good place. And then we'll get another one in here. And perhaps not there, actually. I think, though, that will probably about do it. As I say, I don't want to overdo things. I just want to add a few in here and there to make it a little bit different. And then, as well as that, I think it would be a nice idea to just, every now and again, have a piece of regular sandstone in the floor. Just because it breaks up that sand texture a little bit, and there aren't too many blocks that you can mix in. That will continue to look good, in my opinion. So every now and again, as I say, we just want to break things up, and I might actually leave that open. So I'm going to replace that block there with a bit of sand, and then we might go in here with some sandstone, because some of it I want to be on show like that in the corner. We'll get some in, perhaps in there. And some here. So around the trees as well is a good place to get some in, just to mix it up and break the single texture up that we've got going on here. So if I just break a few out and then kind of replace them all like so, you'll see that we're starting to add in separate textures, and in my opinion this will do a lot in terms of making things a little bit different, because we don't want just entirely sand. As I say, that can be a bit boring. So I'm going to continue here until I've got something that I'm happy with, and then we'll think about the next step in making this island a beautiful desert island that actually isn't deserted, you know, because it contains a station, and regular desert islands don't tend to contain stations. So what do you guys think? I think it's not too bad, you know, a little bit of sandstone here and there, a couple of slabs. I've actually gone a bit more overboard with the slabs, because from a distance the island looked kind of strange with only a few slabs, so I just slapped them in pretty much every corner that I could see fit to house one. And now I want to go ahead and plant some sugarcane around the island. So we got 13 pieces. We can plant some here and some there. So I think we'll start with 2 pieces there. I think I want to get a couple pieces around the corner. Just because, you know, this is behind the station. Maybe not there, actually. Perhaps just there will be fine. Just 1 piece behind the station there. And then further on in this direction, we'll go ahead and place 1 there. 1 there, and then we'll get some right on the corner of the island, maybe a 3-piece around there, and then 1 there, 1 there, and perhaps another 3-piece right there. And we've kind of, you know, surrounded the island in bamboo. I think that, not bamboo, what am I talking about? Sugarcane, not bamboo, sugarcane. That's the word I was looking for. You guys know I like to slip up with things in this game. Ghasts are blazes, trapdoors are fence gates, and cows are pigs, apparently, according to me, because, you know, I'm kind of stupid sometimes. Anyway, I think next up for the island, there are a few more things I want to add, and perhaps some bushes wouldn't go amiss in a second. We also should go ahead and maybe add a small jetty, so I'm going to prepare some wood for that, and we'll go and see what we can come up with. Okay, so a jetty. It doesn't need to be too big, so we're not going to go too overboard with this. So 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th block we'll have a pillar type deal, so probably want something like this that just extends down into the water. And this is why I'm not going to go too big as well, because I'm running out of birch wood. And, you know, if we run out, that's not going to be good, is it? I think, oops, I'm just running everywhere. My keyboard sometimes does that, and I've mentioned it before. It's kind of annoying. We will go again. See, again, there it is. So on this side, we need to go all the way down to this block. This is going to make it quite expensive in terms of wood. Okay. And actually, you know what? I'm already kind of figuring that perhaps we should move the location of this thing. It's kind of very close to the entrance of our station, isn't it? It's very close. So maybe we'll move this. Ah, so there it is. Our simple jetty. You know what? It's kind of basic, isn't it? There might need to be some changes made to it. Who knows? For now, though, we'll stick to it as it is. And there's two things that I perhaps want to do here. And first of all, I think I just want to extend out the front by maybe 1 block so that it does actually protrude past the support beams. And those support beams as well are floating at the moment. We need to extend those all the way down once I have enough birch. So the two ideas I have are we can either just cap these off with some sandstone slabs like so, and things will be looking like this. Or we could try something a little bit more extravagant. And for that, I will be doing a little bit of a replacement job. So first of all, we'll get rid of this one, and perhaps this one. Yes, and we will go ahead and fill these in with the birch that has all of the bark on it, like so. And then on top of these, we'll go with a few fence posts. And this one just remains as it is, you know, a little bit different so that we've got some variation. And then I brought some lanterns with me. So what we could do is perhaps just have a... Because firstly, I was just going to have a lantern sat down on the jetty itself. But we could actually mix that up a little bit and have something like this. So we could just have a lantern here. And maybe one over here as well so that we've got some lighting on the jetty, like so. And I guess that makes it look a little bit better, right? Let's see what it looks like from the air. And I have to be careful with my rockets as well because I need to get home after this, or back to base. And we are slowly but surely running out of them. Should probably make a source of them over here somewhere. But that's how it looks from a distance. Not too bad, I guess. I kind of want to add a little boat next to it as well, so we should probably craft one of those. Birch one would be good, just so that it fits the colors and the theme. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves enough planks to do that. So just something like that. And then this boat we will put down next to the jetty, just so that it looks like it's in use, you know? Not that we're ever going to probably come here by boat, but I like to think that adding a little boat in there might add a little bit of realism, so we'll just pop that guy. Actually, you know what? We'll put the boat around the front here so that it looks like we've came in from this side, perhaps. Yep, that's fine by me. I quite like that. So we've got the fence posts in place, the lanterns. That's not so bad. I did say that the support beams need to be extended down, so we'll work on that at some point as well. But from here, I think I want to add maybe a few more things, just to give the island a bit more life, and then we'll think about looking at the turtles. Alright guys, so a couple of extra additions to the island, including some bushes, as you can see, and some lighting. So I've kind of gone for a tiki torch kind of feel with these, you know, the stick and then the flame atop it. I know it doesn't necessarily look like that, but I've tried, okay? I've tried, and here comes some of our friends who aren't welcome on the island. Anyway, let's take a quick look. So we've got the lighting in a few locations, some around the back here, and the bushes. And altogether, this looks really cool in my opinion. So at night as well, with the lighting, I think this is going to look great. So let's get an aerial view. And this is what it looks like. So not too shabby. Maybe we could do with another bush on the front here or something, but I'll figure that out later on. And we could maybe do with some lighting. No, you know what? We won't get any lighting in the back there. We'll just leave it as it is, I think. Unless we just go with one there, maybe. Yeah, that works. Okay, that works. But as I was saying, I do want to now take a look at these turtles. So I'm going to have to do a bit of research online because I don't actually know how to breed turtles. I've never done it in the game before, and we're actually missing one. Oh dear, I don't know where that guy's gone, but we need him. We've got a bunch of these guys hanging around, which isn't desirable. I don't know where my turtle's gone. I've lost him. Okay, hopefully he shows back up because I want to try and breed these guys. It turns out that turtles love a bit of seagrass, so if we feed both of these guys, they should enter love mode. And okay, this is interesting. One of them was spinning atop the other. It's stated on the wiki that one of them will get a little bit fatter and will therefore have eggs in its inventory, which it will eventually, I think, bury somewhere on the beach or something similar to that. I mean, they don't actually bury them, but that's what turtles do in real life, I believe. So it will be something like that. It said it will start digging and then the eggs will appear on the beach. In the moment, though, this guy doesn't seem to be doing too much. Is he supposed to be fatter or thinner or... I don't know. Anyway, there is something else we need to do whilst we're waiting for our turtle over there to lay the eggs. We need to finish up this bush, so this one doesn't need to be too detailed at all. I just wanted to get an extra one on the side here, so maybe something like that will work. Let's just double check how that looks from the approaching angle. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, right? We got a little bush there as well, just to add something else to an area that is otherwise... Whoa, I just kind of fell out of the sky. That was weird. But yeah, we're adding something to an area which is... Whoa, okay. I guess he's doing his business, maybe? I don't know. But as I was saying, we're adding something to an area that's otherwise not very densely populated with different textures. So I'm going to give this guy a second, see if he produces the goods, and then I'll bring you guys back in to see it. If not, I guess we'll just wrap up the episode. Is that what I think it is? It is, yes. We've got some eggs. Awesome. So we managed to breed turtles. I don't know where the other one has gone, but our eggs are right here. And you know what that means, right? That means that our friends in the ocean, our scary zombie friends, they are going to be trying to come over here to terrorize the turtles' eggs and destroy them, which isn't very friendly, is it now? I wish we could actually build fences around this island to stop that from happening, but this isn't exclusively a turtle breeding area, so I guess it doesn't really matter if it doesn't work out for the turtles, but it's nice to see that we've got some eggs that may eventually hatch. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to wrap up the episode in just a second, so I will catch you after this cut. Alright then, guys, welcome back to this episode for the last time. This has been episode 140. I've been Hocus Pocus, and I am very grateful that you chose to watch my video today and took time out of your day to do so. I really do appreciate that fact. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like down below. That'll be much appreciated by myself. Any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback must go down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to respond to those of you that I can. And finally, if you're new around here, then please be sure to hit that red subscribe button to stay tuned to this series. I also post a bunch of other Minecraft videos as well, so if you're interested in the game or love the game like I do, then I don't see any reason why you wouldn't subscribe, you know, just to stay tuned to anything that I decide to post. And finally, once again, thank you very much for taking precious time out of your day to come watch my video. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.